Hey y'all, welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley. We're gonna do a collective reading using the Yin Yang Oracle. Quick, fast, let's get it done, right? I've never really enjoyed headphones. And I have to wear these with a beanie because my head is small. But it's so comfortable. I'm very comfy. Alright. Let's do it. I was just eating a Pop-Tart. Angels and Airwaves going, this song is so lovely. I can hardly hear it because I got these headphones on. And I'm not using these like on Bluetooth, I'm just wearing them. These are from the TikTok shop. Let me show you how pretty they are. Can you see that or no? No. They're like, it's glitter. Oh, there. Anyway, I got black now, I got purple. I let him choose his color. Okay. And they came with an aux cord. They came with an aux cord so that you can use that if you want. I don't know about Bluetooth. You guys know about Bluetooth? I have my doubts that it's good for us. But I've been really into it lately. Our first energy is healing the inner child. I mean, it's a constant process. I had an encounter today. And I'm just like, why do people feel the need to remind you that people suck? Like, why? Like, we could have just never interacted. But no, we had to have an interaction. Also, I need more Velcro. I only have the prickly side. I need a fuzzy side. I don't know. I'm putting this stuff on the ambulance using Velcro. I'm exhausted. Collective energy is so fucking exhausting. I mean, we're in war, right? It is exhausting. It's exhausting because everyone still wants to argue with each other. Really? I don't know. Maybe you're feeling a little bit down. We do have higher self-activation coming out. Like, what's there to fucking argue about at this point? It's crazy. The lines of division that the system has fucking drawn are doing the work for them. That's for damn sure. So we have healing inner child and higher self-activation. I like to think of ourselves in that three, like, trilogy? No, that's Lord of the Rings. Like, okay, I have to use a Christian example, unfortunately, but the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. I like to think of us with our inner child, our higher self, and our present self. Sorry, that took me so long. I think I'm getting a cold. Okay. Healing inner child through your higher self-activation to encourage stability, harmony, and flow. I think using this space of winter as a rebirth, allowing yourself to kind of rest and settle, especially if you are currently living in winter in the northern hemisphere. And the end of that row is the courage to change. So, I mean, no one's gonna do it for you. No one's gonna come through. I mean, a lot of people believe that white Jesus is coming to save you, but he's not. That's a fallacy that you have been told. Is it fallacy, or is that what a penis is called? fallacy. Please don't be a mistaken belief. Yeah, I was correct. Especially one based on an unsound argument. Yeah. White Jesus doesn't want you. If he was here, which there are a lot of people on the planet that have Christ consciousness, people who have aligned with what the Christ teachings were, to treat your neighbor with respect, to look out for the poor, what else? Ooh. Oh my god, I hate this planet. I'm so exhausted by humanity. So it's like these same people who say all that shit about Jesus. What religion has... I don't know why we're going on this tangent, but here we are. Okay, okay, so, religion was put together by people who wanted control over others. It was written in languages that the people who did not have that didn't speak. So it was used to control. Now, the stories of white Jesus in the Bible are, again, there's something missing here, because if people are like, Jesus is coming to save us, which they say every 2 weeks, it's the rapture, right? But the thing about it is that the Jesus that you pretend to worship, which you're not even supposed to do, like, you're not supposed to, like, idolize another god. None of it makes sense if you have any ability to critically think. And a lot of us who had to sit through church when we were younger were like, what? But the people who are running around right now, these evangelical Christians, those are not people who follow the teachings of Jesus. I don't know why we had to go on this tangent, but we did. Jesus was a hippie. He was a prophet. He was here to support humanity's awakening. And then he got murdered because he was gaining too much power. Who else had a similar story? Let's go through history. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Bob Marley. Those are just men. Harriet Tubman had a similar story. Rosa Parks had a similar story. Who was the 21-year-old Black Panther? Assata Shakur, but she actually didn't get killed or persecuted. I mean, she got persecuted, but not killed. But she died peacefully and free. Despite the efforts of the current systems of control. Bob Marley was killed by a CIA agent who placed a tack in his shoe with cancer on it. So then he got cancer. Anyway, the dude admitted it on his deathbed. All of that to say is, people who walk around and talk about how Jesus is going to come and save them while they are actively going against everything that Jesus stood for, even if the Bible is the only thing you have for that, you still know Jesus wanted peace. He wanted people to have... He was a healer. Okay, the Salem witch trials are coming through. Also healers, people who were able to heal, were killed in mass for their abilities. They were labeled witches. All of this to say is, I don't know why we're talking about this so much. I guess because of the higher self and your inner child. Remember what the adults told you when you were little and you were like, that makes no sense, right? How did that impact who you are today? Did you gaslight yourself into believing what you were being told and follow suit because you felt obligated to? Or was a little piece of you never convinced and you decided to take your own path to truth? The path to truth is coming into consciousness. The other path is allowing the systems to indoctrinate you. So when we think about healing, I don't know why. Oh, because I said no one's coming to save us, including Jesus. Why would someone who teaches about who came here, supposedly? I mean, I know you guys have like your like zombie uprising and Easter and shit, but I mean, why would someone who was murdered come back to save the people who are continuing to walk in the path of those who murdered him? It makes no fucking sense. You guys are delusional. Every time I see a fucking it's Jesus. Jesus is coming. Anytime anything gets bad in America, you got the whole fucking comment section. Oh, well, it's because Jesus is coming. The fuck are you talking about? You guys are delusional. Please stop. Anyway, ancestor guides and alchemy. When you really want power, call on the people who came before you in your own bloodline. For starters, especially if you are someone who's committed to healing your lineage. Yeah, these are suffocating without music. It's not so fun. I don't. I'm sorry. I had a bad interaction with a human today, and it just made me remember. I'm like, why? Why do people act like such douchebags for no fucking reason, right? Like, there was no sort of instigation. There was no reason for that interaction as a whole to go the way it did. And I have to remember in those times that people fucking suck, and people are fucking assholes because they feel like shit about themselves, or because they have their own shit going on. But when we get into a place of everybody acting like a goddamn idiot to each other, that's where we're at right now, by the way, if you're wondering. I'm in the United States. I mean, it's just like, I'm thinking of that meme of that woman with her mouth open, and a lot of people put it on like stuff that they were entertained by on TikTok. But it's just like, I don't get it. I don't get it because, again, I chose to follow in the Christ teachings. I chose to walk into Christ consciousness, and Jesus isn't the only prophet. I mean, he's the one that like the Christians pimp out, because that's exactly what they're doing. They're not following his actual teachings. They like make people scared of his little sky daddy, and they're like, well, Jesus isn't gonna come save you if you're mean to his dad. What? And we're not all sinners. We're here to learn. I don't know why I am going in on religion so much, but it's a form of oppression. It's a form of control, keeping people confused and dumb. Okay. I'm sorry. I hope that helps someone. I feel like someone needed to hear it. I mean, you can believe in whatever you want, but if you really truly believe in like a fictional creature, human, just because a book says it, honey, there's a lot of books on this planet. Should we, here, let me get an excerpt from this one, and then let's all just do this, okay? Now this is a book about religion. It's interesting. I opened up to this page about women getting married. This is a book called When God Was a Woman. And apparently the Bible used to say, the Bible reveals that despite the fact that the concept of marriage was known in the earliest written records, married women, as well as single, continued to live for periods of time within the temple complex and to follow the ancient sexual customs of the goddess. Fascinating. What's that? lesbianism, probably. I'm kidding. Maybe. The Bible itself reveals that these women were free to come and go as they pleased. Women of the wealthy and royal families, as well as women of the community, participated in sexual customs of the goddess. These women were free to marry at any time. In the earliest historic times, never was the question, even the concept of respectability or propriety raised. It was later invented as the new morality. Oh my god, don't even get me started on morals. Exactly, though. That's what morals are. Morals are a religious right and wrong, right? Like the 10 Commandments. Even the 42, what's the word? Of Mayat. From ancient Egyptian thought. The point is if you are someone who still has your inner child intact and you have enough guidance or contact with either your higher self or your ancestors or both, then you should be able to make very easy choices when it comes to right and wrong, when it comes to how to be around other people, when it comes to even being part of yourself, transcendence and unity. We have fate and divine detours here, or divine intervention. Getting to a flow state within this, right? So it's not like, I made a mistake, I didn't know, right? So when we work from this place of we have rejection, loss, and fragmented, and we have party and external, and we have tower and unexpected. When you walk around being a dick to other people for no fucking reason, when people haven't even done anything to you, or they haven't even, like, no contact needed, please leave me the fuck alone, but you, like, go out of your way to, like, be a dick to someone, whether you're trying to validate yourself around others, whether you're trying to just project your own pain onto others, you're going to constantly be met with that same energy back around. What goes around comes around. The energy you give is the energy you get, okay? I don't know what's difficult about that. You can leave white Jesus out of it. The energy you choose to give out is going to be the energy that you will receive, because that's what you gave out, okay? The entire currency and, like, economic system is based on this simple fact of karma. What you give is what you get, okay? You pay into this system all year long, and if you're super poor, you get taxes back, okay? It's that karma, right? Shit comes back. The boomerang effect. I don't know. I'm sorry I'm so frustrated. I'm just like, when people say, like, giving their problems to Jesus or whatever, okay, Jesus doesn't want your shit, alright? My hubby or baby daddy used to always say, when people would say things about Jesus, he would always be like, he died, like, over 2,000 years ago. You guys really need to get over that, right? Like, Jesus is turned into a scapegoat for people to just simply be fucking assholes, right? I'm gonna get off the Jesus train because I feel like he might get mad, and I'm cool with Jesus. He's cool. I don't worship him, but he's cool. I know how frustrated he was while he was on this fucking planet. We have memories and nostalgia. We have Mercury messages, travel, and communication. I have both phones here. I'm going to look up when the next Mercury retrograde is. It should be coming up pretty soon. Yeah. January to February. Told you. So we are officially in Aquarius season. It's gonna start. Oh, it's into March. Never mind. Okay, we've got February 26th to March 20th is Mercury retrograde. And then we have one in Cancer in Leo season, June 29th to July 23rd. And then October 24th, Scorpio season into Libra. No, all of Scorpio season. October 24th to November 13th. That's all water signs. June 29th. Cancer season. Yeah. That's gonna be deep. That's super interesting. I guess because there's 3 every year, they always fall in the same sign, huh? I know we're doing a lot of side quests on this reading. You don't have to stay here. I'm still gonna fucking put it on my channel. I don't care. No. Let me see. What was Mercury? This is an interesting thing I've never noticed before. So I'd like to go deeper. Fire. November 9th. No, that was Scorpio. So I don't think it's every year like that, so that's weird. So the first one's in Pisces season, the second is in Cancer season, and the third one is in Scorpio season. So prepare yourselves. So there may be some communication, travel, or messages coming through for you in those times or pre those times. But peep the water and the message in a bottle. The interesting thing about that is that the water is your emotions. So, in case you didn't know, the powers that be, not only do they change, okay, so they have like so much power, and I think that's where people like really struggle, and I think that's why people like require some sort of external savior, or validation from others either, right? It doesn't have to be like Jesus freaks. It can just be like, I need validation, like I need sex, I need people to tell me I'm cool, I need this many likes or this many friends or this many views and shit like that, right? Like numbers, quantifying. Quantification is another thing that the system does to keep you on a hamster wheel chasing like invisible goals. It's another use of energy harvesting, quite frankly. I know this isn't my best work. I'm so annoyed. I'm annoyed with humanity, and I'm trying to be in my own space today. I'm just like trying to mind my business, so when people come at me, it's completely unwarranted, and I hate it. And I don't know. I hate it. But anyway, we do have attraction and hot and chemistry and passion, which is fascinating. And we also have contracts, career, and commitment. So you could be going through some rocky love stuff. I mean, ultimately, if you aren't healed, so if you're like thinking about the karma thing, if you aren't healed and you keep like shitting on people, then your relationships are gonna suffer because it's gonna come back to you again. You get the energy you give, right? I don't know what to tell you. I think that in these times, people are so, I don't know. I think there's a few things happening. There's like splits happening. But I'm getting it as like a violent rip, right? Like a rip. That's how it feels to be around anyone in the country right now. It's like, it feels like, ew. That was my water bill, but I already paid it, so it's all good. Oh. I'm getting a riptide. So it's like, that's the thing. You can either go with the flow, again, so I guess it's like this conversation about whether or not, are you going to choose to heal eventually, or are you going to keep like expecting someone to do it for you? Whether that's white Jesus, whether that's your partner or your parent, or whoever it is outside of you that you're relying on to like make decisions for you, or like to like clear up your life. Like, no. You're alive, you have a brain, you have ideas, you have decisions. That's up to you. And you can't blame anyone else for the things that you're not choosing to do for yourself. Again, right? No. So I know this was some harsh truth tonight. I think I'm gonna label that just as like a trigger. I don't need anyone to watch it. I don't care. But it's so frustrating to see people being so stupid. I guess that's what it is. And I'm not telling you that you're stupid. In fact, if you're on my channel watching my readings, you're probably someone who agrees. It's like so difficult to see people be so hypocritical. Let's call it that. But I think the underlying fact of hypocriticism, if you will, is the stupidity about being a hypocrite. Like, people who are unable to recognize their own patterns and like constantly blame people outside of themselves. Hypocrisy is, that's the word. Hypocriticalism. Whatever. One day I was doing, in my master's program, I was doing this presentation, and I got so laughed at. But I thought it was, you can make up words. Who cares? People know what you mean. Gen Z has obviously done a great job of making up words. Because, like, the entire, like, societal lexicon is, like, bet, yeah. What are other ones? I can't even think of any ones right now. But, because of social media's impact, we are all, like, aware of the lingo. But anyway, what the fuck? Oh, I was doing this presentation, and I said the word, studentry as, like, artistry, but, like, being a student was, like, a form of artwork, or, like, art. And everyone laughed, because they're like, that's not a word. And I'm like, I'm in a master's program. I can make up words if I want. Studentry should be a word. The art of being a student. Hello. Anyway, I know I'm an idiot sometimes, and I think I'm smarter than everybody, but it's both. So again, call yourself out on your own hypocritical ways, if you will, if you need to be correctamundo. California. By the way, if you don't have Disney Plus, I don't know if it's on Hulu or not. Because I got the Disney Plus that came with Hulu. But the OC is on it. And I started watching it, that's why I'm listening to it lately. This song was, God, growing up in the Midwest, like a Hollister, we were like, I am OC. OC stands for Orange County, which is a county in California. I don't know, the skater punk scene was big in that time. And now everybody just sucks. God, I hate it here. I don't know, this wasn't my best work, like I already said. Just stop being such dicks. For real. Obviously, like we're all putting up with enough. Okay, we don't need to have all of these problems amongst each other. That's, again, just feeding the system what it wants. It wants you to be at ends with each other. So when you feel yourself getting enraged or projecting or, I don't know, starting some shit that never even needed to get started, right? Or like manipulate, whatever it is, whatever your fucking shadow toxic ways are that you're putting on others, call yourself out on that and be like, what part of me as a little person needs to heal so that I can stop being a dick? That's it, you know? Wisconsin. Hello, Wisconsin. Yeah, we have judgment. Soul searching will bring your inner peace to many areas of your life. Will bring inner peace to many areas of your life. I'm really over where I'm geographically located, but it's fine. Everyone's like weird. If you're in my area, you already know. I know there's a few of that have my channel. Snake! Exactly, there's a bunch of motherfucking snakes around. Your intuition and healing powers will guide you to a better path. Just be careful. So, maybe you're feeling like that too. I mean, right now I think a lot of us are feeling like that. Like, who can we trust? Who can we not trust? And maybe that's it. Maybe that's why we're encountering douchebags, because the universe is like, this one right, like I'm getting like this Vegas Strip, you know, like neon sign like flashing, like this one, don't trust this one. So like maybe if you've also had encounters with douchebags lately, I mean, people are feeling very comfortable in their douchebaggery. Douche baggage? Douche baggage. That's funny. Because they're, you know, other douchebags are also entitled. It's a horrible time to be alive right now, honestly. Please stop having children. I talked to my financial advisor, and he's having a kid, and I'm like, oh god. I'm so glad I'm done with that part of my life. We're growing together, but welcoming a child here at this point in time is diabolical, quite frankly. I was like, your wife's gonna be miserable now until like 3 months after the baby's here, so don't be a dick and make her good food. He's like, okay. Alright, we have Dragonfly. Have confidence during the time of great joy, renewal, and connection to spirit. We have Wish. Your heart's desire is ready to come true. And Plain, a journey is indicated, either physically or metaphorically. Your life will become more full of bullshit. No, I'm kidding. Alright, so, okay, I'm glad that we turned this around a little bit. Jesus is cool, alright? He's my homeboy. I used to have a t-shirt that proclaimed that in college. I would smoke a lot of weed, and I would sit on the Jar Jar Binks inflatable chair on this fucking screened-in porch. College, bro. But anyway, I was always wearing, I had a lot of pictures. I don't think I have them anymore because my computer died, but I had this blue shirt and it said Jesus is my homeboy. Because he is. But he doesn't like want you to like rely on him. He like came here and died to try to show you like how to not be a dick. Not to be like, I can do whatever the fuck I want and be a complete douche baggage. Why is it so funny? I'm getting that image of the plane, the journey. So maybe your journey is to release your douche baggage, right? Don't pack your douches. Vagina health is very important. Have a great day.